What's up, YouTube? First up the video in real life. I don't know why I said that, but you see all these websites out of service. They woke me up, except for that one, and I plugged back in the 991 right there. They woke me up at like 11 o'clock twice. Actually, the second time I actually caught the ES. Unfortunately, I didn't record it because I could have easily recorded it, but I did not want to. But I had to unplug him because I just didn't want my parents to wake up. There was like total 4 of them. I kind of have proof for ES people. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it was probably the biggest ES. The first severe thunderstorm was probably the biggest severe thunderstorm I've ever heard of in my life. It was for basically most of the listening area of KIH 61, including Sarpy County, Douglas County, and Potawatomi County, I believe. Harrison County, I was in there. It was a big one. It was a huge one. And then there was the other one for David City. It was located in New David City. But anyways, I'll show you the card. A card that I think I might have a rare card. This Pokemon card is considered rare after all. Yeah, it's a little bent, but I get a little cancer from being outside. I found this outside one time at my school. This card is rare. Symbion. The first Symbion card. I think I'm lucky to own this card. It's an honor. But I don't think... I'm not really a Pokemon nerd, but I don't think Pokemon is fun to collect all the cards. But this card is okay. I thought this card should not be on the ground. To be honest with you, I'm not a Pokemon nerd. To be honest with you, because Embryon, I don't even be pronouncing it wrong. I'm not pronouncing it right.
Sunrise today is at 5.
I'm sorry, I did turn on the volume one day. I will tell look. It was really crazy last night. This way you woke me up by a shrub flashing, but really what woke me up was the tones of hearing all the weather wheels going off. I should have never had them on. But except for the black one right here, the realistic, I never know the model to this one. Hold on a second. 12154. 154 always will continuously go off, but this way it woke me up. The brown realistic I did was 12154. 015 actually 15 I mean 4 12 4 140 12140 woke me up. Both Rare Shacks woke me up, the version 2 woke me up, the W105 even woke me up.
In Nebraska, and 1 Boone, Bird, Butler, Camp.
The W120 woke me up at that one. Even the W400, unfortunately that thing's still on. It was on all night, but I just put it on display because I'm never going to take it out. Unfortunately, we did lose the web wheels all until it's on this W300. It kept going off. It was on tone, it will never stop, it will never shut up, even if I try to push on the button. I guess it will shut up when the light is expired. I don't know, it was obnoxious. It was very obnoxious to the point that I was like, you know what? Just put you out of service for a little while. It's flashing the warning light too also. It's doing this. I'm gonna look test something. It's doing this all night. But if it's any adjustable on. It's doing this all night, the warning tone like this. It's doing this all night. But I had it out of service immediately before. I'm actually hearing this all night. Yeah. That's obnoxious. Also, I should put this one on voice so I don't screw this one up. Sorry for my language. if I had to let on that one, but it was apparently off, and I think it's probably a blessing that it was off. Because if this one goes downstairs, the electric is cut. It's cut off. Completely, and it's going to go permanently out of service. Yeah, once I unplug this radio, it's got its battery. Unless I move. That's the exception. Whenever I move this way, but this way, it's literally doesn't matter because it is just a W300 Deluxe. Version 5 Deluxe is a Deluxe version 5, basically. I think it's considered as relatively uncommon. Relatively rare. Fortunately, this one didn't wake me up. Because then that was the last radio waking me up. But I went back to sleep and woke up around 6:41. It was a good sleep, I tell you. I did fall back to sleep on 2 years since I got rudely interrupted in my sleep by fortunately no parents and sisters that I know of got woken up. That's why I think the worst one was probably hearing all of them. All of them were pretty bad at night, but I didn't get scared, which usually I yell when they all go off some days. I admit to you guys, I do get a little scared, like a little jump scare. Go, I'm not gonna yell that loud. But I don't get a jump scare. Also, you notice that we have 30s back in service. It has new batteries. I took them out of that radio because the battery trick I do makes it smell like solder. But I did not fry the battery thing, thank goodness. If you do the battery trick on this one, like putting tinfoil and Triple H together, it will smell like solder. And I was nervous I was going to break the radio, but I did not break the radio, thank goodness. See, it still works.
Monday night.
FM still works, I think I can turn it on. Everything, it still alerted me. It still does this. It still does that. The alert tone, and it still does this. Warning, don't do this to WR30. I'm gonna slap this thing just to durability test it. It's durable. It still likes me to slap it, but don't actually slap the WR30, guys. And also, if you're wondering, I'm gonna move the sticker off of it. The one the Taylor Swift red playlist sticker is falling off, that's why. I have a Midland sticker on the back of it. Really. I approve. See the big Midland sticker? You can get them off of Midland.com. They're overpriced, but it's worth it because Midland is high quality. Look at this quality. But this radio is older, so I get it. It's like a Radio Shack to me. It's a mixture. I think this is a hybrid between a Radio Shack 12249 and a W100 version 2. I think this is a hybrid. Because I think they're trying to mock Radio Shack. I think this is the competitor for the Radio Shack. Both the 12. Not the 12, I mean the 7-full 210, and then there's, I think it's 210, yeah. And then there's WR30 will probably try to compete with this one. I think the 7-full 210 was basically competing with which I saw 250, and then this one was competing to the 259. Which I have a 259. I did have a 250 at one point. I did see one at first though, but I didn't get it unfortunately. A 250. The same one that I got the 249. Coincidentally. Yeah. Only 9 minutes in, wow. But wait, what a rude awakening, you guys. But I still like you guys. I do like them. I do like them a lot. But I really won't shut up at 11 in the morning. Don't hear that go off all night. I'm not hearing a W100 tone all night. That's obnoxious to me. I like to sleep to a Midland W300 tone going off all night. And that's how you don't put on a siren. Real on voice, I recommend on any radio because you cannot push it in the buttons. Just shut it up, and I try to shut it up by pushing all the buttons and everything, but it will not listen. Hopefully it's not broken in any way. gonna break the radio anyway, but yeah. But at least this radio works.
Which occurred.
And I was gonna put this radio out of service, but then I realized that night, I was like, you know what? You can stay in service, just have the alert turned off completely. Sorry, I thought someone called me, but anyways. So this thing, I was gonna put out of service, and then I realized, no, what if I put it out of service? Yeah, those are the batteries I have. Especially this battery cover. I did have a battery cover when I got it, but unfortunately I lost it. But it still works without it. And this is one of my favorites. Million is my favorite company, I'll tell you that. I love Million. I have 2 Million shirts. The WF-30 is pretty cool. This is pretty sleek. It only cost me, I believe, $8 out of Bristol. I got this out of Bristol, and that's just a pretty good deal for a WF-30 because I see these up for like $40 to $70. So more. I never knew this feature was ever there on WF-30. Like say save your alerts. Until I one time just moved the thing on a video once, and then I was like, oh, whoa. It's pretty cool that they do save alerts like a W300 does. I also like its button beeps. It sounds like an early hybrid between a... It definitely sounds like a hybrid, like the giant lock Radio Shack right here. Look at the antenna too, it looks even the same. Kind of the same, but then I got that little line on it. You can't really see it well, but my camera is my iPhone I'm recording on, so yeah, because I don't know what my iPad is right now, but it's like a bit short, and this video is a long video already. But the point was about the Pokemon card, but I still feel like that was not really the point of the video. I just went into this random video at this point. But this WF-30 is pretty nice. It's a nice radio, really. Like, look how nice it is. I like the volume rocker switch. Seriously, look at that. It's pretty cool. You don't see that in any radio. I think it's only WF-30 and 74210s that do that. 74210s looks the same as the WF-30. Basically, the WF-30 that looks the same. And you can alert test these things, and these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. I think it's even a hybrid between a W100 version 2, or a Shack 12249 and 250, because it sounds like one. And a tiny bit of recom, a pinch of recom, I might even say, in there later on in the day. And also, I would say it's also between the 74200 too. Because the 74200 is also an old weather radio. And I like how the pattern of the lights are, like the one in the middle. It's nice. That's nice. But I've never seen that statement light on, but I never heard a statement tone before, but I always want to hear the beep tone. It's very quiet over all the other weather radios. There's a quiet beep tone on this one. It even does have a beep tone. It does have another tone, by the way. Then that tone was the one watch tone. There's a statement tone that goes beep, 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 beep. It sounds faster than when I do it. I wish I could show you the beep tone. On older Radio Shack 12261s, which I used to have a 12261, that was an older one, you can actually alert test it, and it'll do its beep tone also, when you alert test it too. There's 2 ways to alert test it, but this one I prefer over that, because I thought 261 unfortunately died. Like, it didn't die, like, it only had a bad tuner anyway, so like, it was very quiet. So I thought 260, I thought it gives a 261, those little ones. I don't know what I'm talking about. I could try to show you a picture of it, but I'm not gonna edit this long video. But anyways, this video is long enough. Anyways, that's it.